Hi folks, it's me again here at the storage unit, ready to dig into some more boxes. Here's DE to DY, so we're kind of jumping around a bit, but I figured let's get some variety in here. So here's a series called Deadline, which is about the people at the Daily Bugle in Marvel. Don't remember much about that one, but looks pretty interesting. Interesting cover arts here, so it looks like I have a full series here if anyone's interested, and of course everyone has heard of Deadpool, so there's a whole bunch of that stuff here. Deadpool Bad or Blood, that's issues 3 and 4. This one is Deadpool Kills Deadpool, number 3. And unfortunately I don't have too many more. I think there are some others around here, but I'm not sure exactly where, so they might come up later. Here's some Deadshot comics. These are a Deadshot mini-series. This is issue 1, which of course has Batman in it. Why not? He's from the pages of Suicide Squad, it says along the top. Got a couple of those. Here's number 2. And Death. This is a series by Neil Gaiman from the Sandman series. And despite recent information about Neil Gaiman, it's still a very well-written series. So we'll just leave it at that and say that Death, The High Cost of Living was a really interesting series if you like his kind of work. And here's Death Blow. I believe this is number 1, but it's hard to tell with these covers that don't actually have the number on it. Here's more Death Blow. Here's the Death Lock. This is a mini-series that came out. Joe Jusko on the cover art. Looks like it's even signed by Joe Jusko at the bottom there, if you can see that. No certification, so I can't guarantee it, but, you know, still neat. There's some more Death Lock. And here's Deathmate, which is a kind of a crossover. It's a Valiant Image crossover series that they put together, getting all their best characters into the thing. Here's some more Deathstroke comics. This is the regular series. This is issue number 2. Looks like I don't have issue number 1, but I do have issue number 0 right there. So here's a good number of Deathstroke comics. They have some cool Mike Zeck covers. So there's some more Deathstrokes in here if you have some holes in your collection. I have plenty of issues, so just let me know. Here's a new Deathstroke series. And there's the Joker in that one. And of course here's Defenders, right in plan. Now this is great. This is Defenders number 2. It's not in the best of shape. As you can see, it has some markings along the edge there. It's very difficult with older issues and black covers like that, but still not in bad shape. That's number 2. Here's number 5 and 12 with the Hulk on the cover. So these are some early Defenders, and of course the Defenders that goes all the way through. This is up in the 90s now, so these are some of the later issues. And then they had a change of direction, and they still kept going. Here's some more Mike Zeck covers. And Defenders continues on for quite a while in this box. So if you're interested in Defenders, by all means, please let me know. Here's some Demon comic books. This is by Matt Wagner, who did Mage and Grendel, and actually did some covers for Batman as well, but he's a very good writer-artist. Here's the Demon Ongoing series. This is by Alan Grant. There's some Lobo appearance here. Then it switches over. Garth Ennis started some issues with the Demon as well. Some good ones too. So that's that. Here's some other Atlas comics. Demon Hunter. Dennis the Menace, if you're into the funnies and the funny books and the stuff like that you see in the newspaper, in the day anyway. Detectives Inc., a great series by Don McGregor and the great Marshall Rogers. It's issues 1 and 2. I think they were the only 2 that came out, which is unfortunate, but still, it's 2 great issues. District X, this was a surprisingly good series. I really wasn't expecting to think much of this, but once I started to read it, it turned out it was really quite good. So if you're looking for something new, could do worse than to give it a chance. Here's Doc Savage, another series from Marvel at the in the 70s. And one of those characters that they don't actually own, but they were able to serialize for a little bit. So there's a Werewolf. Here's Dr. Fate. There's a bunch of Dr. Fate comics here. And Doctor Strange. earliest one of these I have is 24. That looks like it's from the mid-70s. And that fan is going on in the background, so I hope you can still hear me. So Doctor Strange, we have quite a few of those. And then there's a newer series of Doctor Strange, that's issue 50. Here's Doom 2099. They had the 2099 series, I think, in the mid to late 90s. A couple of characters, Doctor Doom was one of them. There's a bunch that go on there. Here's Doom Patrol, I have some of those. Doorway to Nightmare, and that's a nice I think that's Michael W. Kaluta on the cover. I think that's how his name is pronounced, but it's a nice issue. And down here we have DP7 and Dreadstar to finish out the box. There's some, we had mentioned Peter David before, there he is again. And Jim Starlin also had a hand in this, of course. I think he's the creator. And two interesting ones, Dino Mutt from, I think they were 70s cartoons that made it into comic books. So always interesting finds, you never know. So that's it for that box. And once again, thank you for paying attention. And hopefully if you see something you like, please do let me know. Thanks again, and I will talk to you soon.